Hello, I'm Sarah. This is I Swear I'm Stitching. This is Flossmas Day 11. It is late because I was busy all day. Guess I'll jump into life update. I was busy watching FlossTube all day. It was truly my day off. I got up, took care of some errands earlier in the morning, and then I FlossTubed, Flossmissed, stitched. It was my perfect day. In between all that, I did other chores, but nothing big that took a lot of time. So I felt stitchy productive. And then after I made dinner, my husband finally started his Christmas baking. I don't bake. I hate baking. My husband doesn't cook, but he likes baking. So Christmas time is his time. And he almost didn't do it today. He almost said maybe put it off till next weekend. And I was like, nope, that's too close to Christmas and I haven't had cookies yet. So I found him the simplest cookie recipe that I thought would be the quickest for him to make. So he made funfetti shortbread bites. They're from cookingclassy.com. And they're these little shortbread cookies. Taste like almond and sugar and butter. And that one doesn't have any, that's all fell to the side. They're just these little funfetti shortbread thingies. They're delicious. Problem is that they're so small and good that before you know it, you've eaten a handful like they're popcorn. So they're dangerous. And then my son and I started watching our Christmas movies. My husband goes to bed early, so he can't watch a lot of movies. My other child, my daughter, is not a huge movie person unless it's Studio Ghibli. She'll watch some movies with us if they sound good. My son and I decided to watch Gremlins because it takes place during Christmas, so it's a Christmas movie. And my daughter was like, no thanks. So me and my son watched it. We just got done watching it. He loved it. He's my favorite person to watch movies with. He loves most everything. But also some of my favorite movies are his favorite movies, so we really gel. Like, he loves The Shining. One of his favorite movies is The Thing. He's just a fun kid to watch movies with. Thoroughly enjoyed that. So yeah, we hung out on the couch, ate a couple handfuls of Doritos, and watched Gremlins. And I forgot how much I enjoy it because I haven't watched it in a long time. So that's life. Yes, that's life. That's my life update. So now I'll get on to the stitching. I'll go ahead and show you real quick what I stitched yesterday for 12 days of stitching. It was the Polar pack from Plum Street Samplers, and I did it on 32 count Stitch Me Lugana and Aquarius, and it's this is what it'll look like. I'm gonna take it out of the plastic because I'm freaking sick of that glare. Right, that's what's gonna look like. It uses one of my favorite reds, Classic Colorworks Licorice Red. That's the only part of this pattern I'm going to use the called for fancy floss. It only calls for like 3 fancy flosses. 1, 2, 3, 4 fancy flosses. And one's white and one's black. I'm not buying fancy white. I'm just going to use black and white. But yeah, so the licorice red is the only fancy floss I'm going to use because it's one of my favorite reds. And the 32 count is actually really small. So I'm only using 1 thread, so which means you will be able to not blow through my licorice red. But there it is so far. And my goal was the tree and that little doohickey, and then I was gonna do the border and go that way and try to get another tree in, but I just wasn't feeling it. Let me see. That's pretty accurate blue. But I mean, it was fun to stitch and I enjoyed it, but I just wasn't in the stitching mood yesterday, so I didn't get a lot done. But I reached my goal and I was happy, and I enjoyed it while I was doing it. And then for today, I almost hit my cord. Excuse me. Take a sip of my tea. Today was Rudolph's Garden from Stitchy Box. It has it calls for fancy threads, and then it didn't give any DMC conversion. It just said, this is what we use what you want. So I did. I'm using Weeks Dye Works Swiss Chocolate, like you can see that. Dinky Dyes Irish Meadows, Weeks Dye Works Turkish Red, and then my favorite blue, which is Descent into the Maelstrom from Starlight Stitchery. Oh, this is the best blue, you guys. It's my favorite blue. I'm so happy to be using it. And I got a lot done. If I could have stitched while watching the movie, I probably would have finished it. But we turn the lights down low, and we really get into the movie spirit. But I'll show you again. See y'all? Ta-da! Look how close I was to finish. Just the top 2 reds, and then the initials. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that kid. Oh, that blue. I love that blue so much. And then you make Rudolph's nose red, and then you're supposed to use, it calls for a fancy floss for that one tiny nose on the other reindeer. I just use black. That way it really sticks out that one's Rudolph. And then the initials on here are SB for Stitchy Box, which are also my initials for Sarah Beth. I'm not going to do that, but it's also my initials for my husband and me. My husband, whatever. Sarah and Ben. So I'm going to keep the S and the B, but I'm going to make it a B and an S because whenever I do our initials, I always put BS because I am 12 and bullshit. You get it. I'm 12. It's this, you won't be able to see it, but this ring I always wear, it's some fancy silver, I can't remember what it's called. And you can't see, but inside it's B and S. On one of my Santas I made for the year we got married, B and S. I always do BS. Bullshit. Ben and Sarah. Full bullshit. That's what I do. I'm 12. But there we go. I love it so much. It's so stinking cute. And it's gonna be nice and small. Can you make that into it? Because this is it. I'll make that into a pillow for my dough bowl. I'm gonna try to finish it tonight before I go to bed. We'll see. And then for tomorrow's 12 days of stitching, I did decide, I was hemming and hawing between which 2 Prairie Schooler Santas I wanted to start. I'm going to do Santa the 1990 Santa, the one with the critters. I'm going to make the raccoon gray and the squirrel brown, though. I'm going to switch that because the raccoon's got to be gray. I think that might be my fanciest outline of the Santas I've done. I think most of my Santas are, I've done that Santa. I think most of my Santas are the dashes. So that'll be fun. Obviously, I won't get a lot done on him tomorrow because he's a lot of stitching. What is going to be my goal? I think my goal for Santa will be either the raccoon or the squirrel. Because I have a busy day tomorrow. I have to go grocery shopping. And then we have a stupid friggin' work dinner that I am only going to because my work wife guilted me into it. I do not want to go. I do not want to go. Free food. I can't eat much. Anyways. I'm gonna hope, and then I have for the 12th day, I obviously have to figure out what I'm going to do because I was going to do that Santa's Galore like the 3rd or 4th day of 12 days of stitching, and I decided not to, so I have to find something else. I'm thinking maybe from the Black Needle Society, as part of their Advent box this year, they're doing a Santa stamp collection. Every day they email you another stamp for his collection. This was up to day 10. I'm not going to stitch it. It's not my style. But some of the stamps are cute. I was thinking I might do the bird and the snowflake on some plastic canvas and turn them into little stamp magnets. And then if any other cute ones come up over the month, I might do those and add them to my stamp magnet collection. I was thinking of doing the snowman, but I don't know. So far out of those, the bird and the snowflake are ones I for sure will do. So yeah, thinking about it, not 100%. We have a pattern that should come out in the, nice list. Today's fabric, I can tell by the way it feels. believe the box for tomorrow is the 13th, which will be my 12 day of stitching if I don't skip another day. Might be a pattern in the Stitchy Box, and then Advent Nice Box. We'll see what that is. Maybe I'll like that, maybe I'll start that. We'll see. Anyways, speaking of Advent boxes, I will jump right in. I do have the Black Needle Society's one on top, so we will start with that, the nice list. The Black Needle Society, today is day 11. Like I said, you can just tell it's fabric. Let's see, I wonder if it's gonna be a pretty color. No, it's not, but it is opalescent. God, I haven't worked on an opalescent in forever. It's been a long time. It's opalescent white 32 count Lugana. So you'll probably be able to see the shimmer. There you go. You see the shimmer. Wonder what's gonna go on it. Being this white gives me hope that there's not a lot of white in the pattern. So that would be good, because you know I hate white. That gives me hope it's a colorful pattern. So we'll see. I guess I'll find out tomorrow when I get the threads. Oh, I'm so intrigued as to what's going on in this fabric. Let's see. Advent fabric number 2, Witchell. Fabric chosen by the designer for the second custom nice list pattern. Due to supply, you got linen, Lugana, or Ada. I got Lugana. Nice. All right. And then from, excuse me, I brought it up this time so I get it right. From Shelly's Advent Cabinet on Etsy is my Cabinet of Curiosities Advent. Again, nothing's labeled. You just reach in there and grab something. I'll grab this one. It's right there. All right. Let's find out. Okay. I'm having trouble with the cheese. Some killer tape on these things. Sorry for the crinkle. More tape. I mean, I understand, but like, okay. Interesting. Okay, let's see what this card says. Yule Lads. It says, meet the 13 Yule Lads. The 13 Icelandic Yule Lads. Jeez. That scared me. Okay. Meet the 13 Yule Lads, Iceland's own mischievous Santa Clauses. Icelandic children get to enjoy the favors of not one but 13 Father Christmases, called the Yule Lads. These merry but mischievous fellows take turns visiting kids on the 13 nights leading up to Christmas. On each of those nights, children place one of their shoes on the windowsill. For good boys and girls, the Yule Lad will leave candy. I do it with my kids. I believe it was a German tradition that I started for them because I'm not German, but their dad got German heritage. And December 6th, St. Nicholas Day, you leave your shoe on the steps the night of the 5th, and then you wake up on the 6th and there's candy. I always leave them a chocolate candy bar, and in my husband's shoe too. But anyways, okay, back onto this one. On each of these nights, the kids place on the windowsill. For good boys and girls, if not, the Yule Lads are not subtle in expressing their disapproval. They will fill the shoe with rotting potatoes. Apparently, the Yule Lads used to be a lot creepier than they are today. But in 1746, parents were officially banned from tormenting their kids with monster stories about those particular creatures. Like Snow White's 7 dwarves, each of the Yule Lads has his own distinct personality. Their names, however, remained a point of much interpretation and debate until recently. All have descriptive names that generally convey their favorite way of causing mischief. Now, it came with a wooden spoon and a candle. But it doesn't say anything in that little paper about a wooden spoon or a candle. So maybe it says something in the lad's name. There's, I am not even going to try to say these like Icelandic names. There's sheep coat clod. Something, he's impaired by a stiff peg leg. Gullygawk hides in gullies, waiting for an opportunity to sneak into the cowshed and steal milk. Stubby, abnormally short, steals pants to eat the crust left on them. Pans. Not pants, pans. Spoon licker, steals a wooden spoon to lick and is extremely thin due to malnutrition. Pot licker, steals leftover from pots. Bowl licker, hides under beds, waiting for someone to put down bowls, which he then steals. Door slammer, likes to slam doors, especially during the night. Sky gobbler, a Yule lad with an affinity for... I can't read that word. It's, oh, it must be skyr. S-K-Y-R gobbler. Whatever skyr is, he's has an affinity for it. Sausage swiper. Oh, that's my kind of lad. Would hide in the rafters and snatch sausages that were being smoked. I'd marry that one. Window peeper. Ooh. A voyeur who would look through windows in search of things to steal. Doorway sniffer. Has an abnormally large nose and a acute sense of smell, which he uses to locate luffabrod. Meat hook. Ooh. Looks sinister, but he just uses a hook to steal meat. I'll marry him too. I like meat. Candle stealer. Follows children in order to steal their candles, which in those days was made of tallow and thus edible. Gryla? Nope, let's skip her. Oh, okay, Gryla, the mother of the Yule lads. Icelandic parents did scare their children from misbehaving by telling them that Gryla would come and abduct them. Lepaladul, the husband of Gryla. Not that evil, but a lazy one. But it doesn't say what I'm supposed to do with the spoon and the candle. I guess have them handy in case the candle stealer or spoon licker wants to come. I don't know. Now I have a candle. And I guess now I have a spoon. But that's fun. Oh my god, I'm going to show my kid this. She'll get a kick out of this. That's fun. I'm really enjoying this quirky little advent calendar. And then our cookie advent from Bake My Day on Etsy. Today is day 11, which is a cute little animal guy with his little scarfy scarf. Oh, that's cute, but I'm confused by the colors. It's a candy cane, but oh, it looks